Hey there, I want to walk you through things to include in a virtual party to help it be as successful as possible. So really there are four things that you want to be mindful of. So first of all, there's three things we want out of every party, okay? So we want sales, bookings, and recruit leads. And so in order to do that, there are four things that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about booking posts, we're going to talk about recruiting posts, we're going to talk about product posts for selling, and then we're also going to talk about messaging guests. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through an actual party and show you real live examples of how I incorporate these things into a party so that you can do it the same. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, let me pull up a party. So this is a party that I ran last week, and I'm going to go into it and I'm just going to sort the posts. So I click on the new activity here and I'm going to click on recent posts, and then that puts them in order from the most recent post to the very first post. So I'll just scroll back so that instead of looking at this in reverse order, we can look at it in order from beginning to end. Okay, so when it comes to bookings and recruiting, you want to talk about the benefits of hosting a party and the benefits of the business opportunity every day in your party, okay? Every day. The reason why is because not every guest is going to see every post in the party. So if they just see one day of a post and you didn't talk about the booking or recruiting that day, then they're not going to know about either one of those things. So that's why it's important to hit on that each day. Additionally, maybe what you say about booking a party on Tuesday doesn't interest that person, but what you say about booking on Wednesday might interest them. And so they might decide to book because of that. But if you only talked about it one day and not 2 days, again, you might miss out on some booking opportunities. So when somebody joins the party, I have my story already in the party so that when they log in, they have something that they can look at right off the bat. So I just share a little bit about myself. And then at the end, I just tell them to, watch the party and see if it might be a fun way for them to earn some extra money as well. And so I'm already planting that seed about the business opportunity. And I actually did have somebody join my team off of this post once. She said, yeah, I could use some extra income. And she signed up. So you just never know. Okay, so that's pre-party. And then before the party starts, I just have some interaction posts or some fun posts. So here I just share, a recipe video. Everybody loves recipes. So this is a fun stir fry recipe that I posted. I just got this right off of Marketing Imagery. There's all kinds of options there. A food tip. This is all pre-party. I've got a scavenger hunt to get them looking at the catalog. Now notice here, I say, let's get a game rolling. Send me a private message with your answers and you'll get 10 prize entries for the drawing at the close of the party. Here's the deal. The best way, the most effective way to get bookings is through building that relationship with guests outside of the party through private messaging or texting. If you are not Facebook friends with a customer and you send them a private message, it's going to go into their message request folder and they might not see it. So if I can get the guests to message me, then that opens the door so that when I message them back, I know they will receive it. So any chance I get to be messaging people back and forth, I jump on that. So that's why for a lot of games, I'll tell people, message me the answer. And here's one right away in the pre-party where they can message me their answer. Okay, so another pre-party thing, just some housekeeping, logistics. Actually, a lot of this information I got from Katie Randolph. I really liked how she had hers set up. And so I used that. I've got a post here about how to sort the posts, just like I showed you. All right, another pre-party interactive post. trying to get them to comment on things, another game. And then we're going to get into the party actually starting, okay? So I like to number my posts. I say day 1, post 1, so that people can follow along and make sure that they don't miss any posts. Now, if you are in the new Facebook, then when somebody comments on something, you're going to have the option to like, reply, or here it would say message. Now, I already messaged them. That's why it says see response. If you are in the classic Facebook, you're only going to have the option to like or to reply. And so then you'll have to get a little bit more creative with how you can message people. Just a heads up, this message option is only valid for a week. After a week, you won't be able to message them. Now, if you're curious how to know if you have access to the new Facebook or not, go up to the top right of your screen, this little arrow, and click on that. And if it says, see here, mine says switch back to classic Facebook, yours would say switch to the new Facebook, and then you would click on that, and then you would have that option. Okay. All right. So so what I do is I use the new Facebook, and for this welcome post, I go through and I try and reply or send a message to every single guest, and I just say, I wanted to personally welcome you to the party. Thank you for joining. Is this your first party, or are you a Pampered Chef veteran? Now, if you don't have access to do that, that's okay. I will share other tips with you on how you can get the messages going, just like with the games, right? You can have them message you the answer for that. And then here is post number 2. This is a recruiting post. So what I do is I asked what they would do each month with an extra $1,500. First of all, I'm telling them I want it to be interactive, so comment on everything, right? So you'll earn prize entries. And here's your chance to get your first entry. What would you do with an extra $1,500 each month? And I let them comment on this, and I kind of watch the comments. And after a day or two, I will come back to this, and then I will tag everybody who replied to this, and I will let them know. This is what I say. I say, so fun to see everyone's answers. I love it. Lots of travel, saving, paying off debt, and more. That $1,500 a month is what lots of Pampered Chef consultants earn by doing one party like this a week, all online. If you want to make that wish a reality, it's something to think about. And then I tag them so they get a notification letting them know that they could potentially earn $1,500 a month by running block parties like this. So right away in day 1, I'm planting that recruiting seed, sharing a little bit of information to spark their curiosity about the business opportunity. Now notice I didn't jump down their throat and say, order a kit here. I just said something to think about, right? Planting that seed. Okay, now I like to kick off day 1 and show new products. The reason why I do this is because a lot of people have been to Pampered Chef over the years and they think that they have everything. And so I like to reel them in right off the bat with all kinds of new products that maybe they haven't seen yet. And so I like to post, this is straight from marketing imagery. And this just shows all the new products in one quick little video. All right. So I have my posts go out. I usually do about 9 posts a day. I do 3 in the morning around 7. So like 7, 7:05, 7:10. And then I'll do 3 over the lunch hour. So if they're at work or on break, they can hop in and take a peek then. And then I like to do 3 in the evening, typically around 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock, 7, 7:05, 7:10, that kind of thing. So on day 1, I have my posts going out in the morning, around 7, and then mid-morning I go live and I do a welcome video, and all I'm doing here is personally welcoming them, letting them know what to expect during the party that I'll post 3 times each day. I have a secret word, and I usually have the word be quick. So anytime they message me, they hear the word quick, I have them send me a private message and say, oh, I heard the word quick. And again, that's just opening up the doors for me to be able to message them and get that relationship going behind the scenes, okay? And then I also tell them, I say, if you're like me, you maybe get invited to parties like this and you think, I don't really need anything, but I'll show up to the party just to support my friend. And then as they start posting about products, all of a sudden I'm like, I want everything, right? And I wasn't going to buy anything. And so I just let them know right after that, there's 3 ways they can get the products into their kitchen, through ordering through this party, and then through booking a party of their own. And I let them know that their host will get a half-off item for their booking. And then the 3rd way is through the business. If they wanted to try being a consultant, they're going to get lots of free products that way as well. So right away in the welcome video, I'm hitting on the selling, the booking, and the recruiting right there as well. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about is based on selling, you're going to want to post high ticket items, okay? You don't just want to post $20 items or less. You want to post about a high ticket thing every day, at least one a day. So for sure, I always talk about the air fryer, right? And when these were not on a stock sale, I was selling them regularly at full price. I did not even change my post hardly at all. I got them all excited about the air fryer. And then at the end of the post, I let them know you can get this as a host or as a consultant right now. And so this is also, in addition to increasing your show average by selling high ticket things, it's going to help you get bookings so people can save money on the product. It's also going to help you get people might want to join your team so that they can get these things at half price and earn an income with them. So a lot of times, oh, I didn't have it here, but a lot of times I'll list the price of whatever the particular thing is, and then I'll list the host price at the very end. I'll show you an example of that coming up, okay? So in addition to high ticket items, also make sure you include some average price items, okay? So this is, these are just some examples. Here's another high ticket thing. Now, notice at the bottom, here's an example. I say cast iron skillets, I should change it for May hosts. So obviously this isn't pertaining to now, but this was a May party. They could get it for $28 instead of $70. And then I also have a little recruiting plug here, bonus, new consultants can earn this set for free. Okay, so I'm adding a little booking and recruiting segment in there. I try and go live at least once in every party to show some kind of product. I usually just do it while I'm cooking dinner. I hop on and show whatever tools I'm using when I make dinner that night, okay? And when you do that, people just get to know you. They like seeing things in person. And it just adds a lot of fun to the party. Okay, so continuing to go through. Now, this is the last post on day 1. I'm going to wrap it up with a game. And this is a recruiting post. And I just share that we go on trips every year with Pampered Chef. Anybody can earn them. Guess where our next trip is going to be. That's all this is, okay? And then I give them a day or so to answer. And after they answer, I go in later and I share where we actually are going, what the trip is going to be. This year it's a cruise, and that they still have time to earn it if they wanted to give it a shot, okay? But again, I don't answer that right away. I give it a day to collect answers so people have time to respond. Okay, so now it's day 2. So what you can watch for in day 2 would be posting about high ticket items, something about booking, something about recruiting, and an opportunity for private messaging. So let's see what we do in day 2. I like it to be all about favorite products for day 2, so I try and get them to post about favorite things. Here is a booking opportunity right here. I'm talking about booking a fundraiser party to support Hope Lodges. Okay, so that's what this post is about. And then I talk about the blender. I always talk about the blender. Here's a high ticket item. And then you can see at the bottom, I say the host price is $174.50 or free. So there's my little booking seed that I'm planting on day 2. All right. Now this particular product is a June special, so I could share about that in the comments, that in June you could get this at 60% off. At this point I was still booking for May, so I didn't do that. Now, this is my big recruiting post right here for the day. So I was trying to get May bookings at this party. So I created a video and talked all about the cookware, because the cookware is the host special for the month. So as you can see, I said, let's talk power tools. Check out this video to learn a tip to quickly thaw meat and which pan might be right for you. Share something you learned from this video. And if you need new pans, how does 60% off sound? So I'm trying to kind of entice them in to watch the video by telling them that they're going to learn a tip about thawing their meat, right? And then as you can see, some people did comment on that. You know, what a ton of great information. I learned about the detachable handles, so on and so forth. But this is just a very blatant booking post where I share the upcoming specials and why they want those pans. Okay, so notice I got them excited about the cookware and shared the special. If I just said, hey, pots and pans are on sale next month, then, you know, they might not think they need new pans. But after they hear my video and all the wonderful things about our pans, that may have created some desire for that. All right, we're gonna keep going. Here's another big ticket item, the pressure cooker. And here again, I talk about this comes in the ultimate kit. And so that's a little recruiting plug right there. All right, and as I wrap up this day, I'm going to end with a game. It's just a guess my paycheck game, okay? So I have them message me the answer. In April, I did 5 virtual block parties like this one. I also have a team. Send me a private message with your guess of what my paycheck was, and the closest answer without going over will get 10 prize entries. Drop a GIF after you've messaged me. Now, the reason I want them to drop a GIF or a GIF, however you want to say it, is because then it's going to boost the post so more people will see it, right? And then they message me their response, and then I'm able to talk to them, and that opens the door for me to ask if maybe they're in the market for some extra income as well. All right, so now we're on to day 3. Let's watch for the selling, the booking, and the recruiting on day 3. These are my hosts thanking their guests for orders. Okay, so I'm announcing some winners, doing some selling. Okay, here is a recruiting post. Game time. What do these 5 things have in common? This one might be tricky. And then I have this little picture here. What do these 5 things have in common? And what they have in common is they're all things that new consultants can earn for free. Okay. But I also put a little selling thing in there. So I took the ceramic egg cooker is one of the things in this picture. So I just put a little video about the ceramic egg cooker and talked about that product just to incorporate some sales into that post as well. So notice how I'm trying to keep it light about the recruiting. I'm not like, sign up now, everyone needs to do this. I'm just sharing some fun things like, oh, you can earn a trip, guess where we're going? And oh, you can earn some free products, how fun is that? That just keeping it very light, okay? All right. Selling post, guest special post, you always want to include that. Here's my big booking post. On day 3, which is my last day, over the lunch hour, I asked them what is on their wish list, okay? This is my favorite post, and I feel like it's my biggest tool for generating bookings. I wait until the last day so that they've already seen a lot of products and already have gotten excited about some things. And then I go through the comments and I pay attention, okay? So here, Jenny Curtis, I'll take one of everything, right? So she obviously is a booking lead, and she actually, I had been messaging with her previously during the party, and she had already booked a party. So that is fantastic. So I just replied here, good thing you booked a party. We'll save you some money on all the things. And then Lori, she said the blender. Now notice I don't reply to her here and say, oh, book a party, you can save money on it. Because if I start doing that, other guests are going to see that and they are not going to want to reply to this because they know I'm going to come after them for booking and I don't want to scare them away. So what I did then is I messaged with Lori and offered her to get that blender in her kitchen at half price or free through hosting, okay? And she also decided to host a party. Dari, she actually did order these things, so that wasn't a huge booking opportunity for me, but she actually is booking a party anyways. Laura was a host, and then Molly shared what is on her list as well. So this is where it's good if you already can have these private messages that have started previously in the party. So then when they comment what's on their wish list, you can reply back to them and offer them that opportunity to host. Okay, this is the best one in my opinion. All right. And then I post about a few more products. I do one big recruiting post at the end. And I really try and get them excited about hosting. Here's what you can get if your wish list is big. Host a party. You're going to get all these wonderful benefits. Here's what your hosts are going to get. Now, I try and get my hosts to work on getting parties booked. I want each host to get 3 bookings. And so what I do is I offer a little incentive. Now, Pampered Chef will give, if somebody books a party, they'll give the past host a half off item at each booking, okay? So let's take, Brianna is the host, for example. So the first party, the first friend of Brianna's that books a party, she's gonna get a half off item at that party. Brianna's second booking, she's gonna get a half off item at that party. Brianna's third booking, I take and use her half price item and I'll order the cast iron or the stainless bowls for her. Now those are, you know, about $100, but I'm only paying half price because I'm using her half price item. And then she ends up getting it for free. So if I can, after the time I have had that third party held, I've already made hundreds of dollars off of the other parties, right? And so I'm willing to pay $50 to try and get that third party secured. And yeah, so you don't have to have it be a big ticket item. Maybe you want to do a $75 item, or maybe a $50 item. Maybe you don't want to do it at all. You do not have to. But I will tell you that the people who are breaking records in their sales right now in the company, this is what they're doing. They're offering that at the third party to gift the past host the cast iron set or the stainless bowls. So I just put together this little graphic. Help your host earn this or that by booking a party. And then I also share what the host rewards are for the months that I'm trying to book. All right. And I wrap it up with the last game. And this game is a recruiting game. Ask me anything about the business opportunity. Now for this post, I do reply to the comments right in the comments, or I reply to the questions right in the comments. I don't have them message me because I want everybody to see the answers to these questions, okay? I don't, because there might be people watching who aren't actually asking questions, who might take it all in and be interested in trying the business. So Jenny Curtis had some questions. What I do after people ask these questions is I send them a message and I thank them for their question, and then I just ask them if they were actually interested in the business, or if they were just trying to get prize entries, which is totally fine. And because I don't know if I don't ask. And sometimes they're just trying to get prize entries, which is great. I bless that. Sometimes they're genuinely curious and want to join. So just in eyeballing this, I can tell you that 2 people who are asking questions here actually did join my team this past week. So this can be an effective game as well. Definitely one you want to do at every party. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Again, you want sales, bookings, recruits, at every party. And the key to getting those is through those private messages and building the relationship outside of the actual party. So let me know if you have any questions. And then also with this selling, you want to implement a variety of price points, but definitely have some big ticket things, at least one big ticket thing every day. So now you are equipped to go and put your party together. You can use mine as a template, or you can come up with your own, but definitely you want to use the words so they sound like you, not like me, but so that they sound like you. All right, have fun with this, you guys. Bye.